Hello, Manishji and Dr. Yashika. Happy Navratri and Dasara to everyone and happy Thanksgiving in advance. Hope you are all doing well in this pandemic crisis and unprecedented times. I want to thank sincerely Manishji, the Managing Director, and Dr. Yashika, Managing and Content Developer, and Homeopathy 360 team for and for Ka Homeopathy Study Group team providing this great opportunity of sharing holistic approaches of healing through energy medicine. I congratulate Homeopathy 360 for their great achievements, and it is a wonderful platform connecting homeopaths around the globe with the latest updates, events, job opportunities, materials, and many more with the best online services. I'm so glad to meet Manishji and Dr. Yashika this past January at HPWWC conference, New Delhi, India. I practice homeopathy in Michigan, USA. I welcome you to my presentation with sharing of my experience throughout 25 years of homeopathy practice. I would like to share my screen. And Dr. Yashika has given beautiful description. Thank you so much, Yashika. You have covered everything which I have put it here. Homeopathy, Divine Art of Healing, tribute to Samuel Hahnemann for giving us homeopathy. Thriving practice for homeopaths, philosophical and holistic way of learning mind rubrics from my perspective. And I'm so glad to be at panel at JHC 2018 conference in Phoenix, speaking about attracting clients for a thriving practice. Today, I would like to speak a couple of things. Practice alphabetical, philosophical, inspiring words and rubrics based on above philosophical words, learning remedies from these rubrics, case studies, final considerations, and some questions. So, with experience of 25 years in homeopathy practice, the purpose of life, of our existence, that I thought like, let me come up with some philosophical things. And all these several webinars I have attended, so much information gained on the disease conditions, remedies, and so much. So today it will be a little different, talking about philosophy and spirituality and homeopathy from my perspective. So I will be going through A to Z, like few things like attitude, achiever, accept, art of living, attachment. These words: belief, balance, confidence, challenge, code of ethics, discipline, disposition, decision, diet, earnestness, emotions, exercise, fast, forgive, friendship, faith, goal oriented, God, heart, history maker, happy, habit, honesty, individualization, joyful, kindness, learning, law of nature, leadership, mindfulness, mega living, mastery, mission, normal, nurture, openness, patience, professional conduct, passion, quickness, react, ready, silence, smile, strategy, strong, social intelligence, transformation, timing, trust, unity, unprejudiced observer, victory, vital force, vanity, warmth, willpower, talk, water, expert, you, yoga, zeal, and zen. These are the words which I really love it and practice in my life. I shared my life experiences in the form of book. Beyond the limits, a challenge to prove oneself. And so the first thing, like attitude, is thing. So where I have shared couple of things that are really needed for young generation, especially when you are placed in a place where you do not expect, or it is out of your motherland, or anywhere, say from moving from India to USA, how I got adapted to that new situation. So couple of things where it says like everything is possible, and be yourself and do not lose your confidence. So couple of things which we'll be seeing here. So, the main tips which I would like for the young homeopaths is niche. We should know how to present ourselves, our elevator speech, clarity in our communication, as why we do what we do, and how to solve their problems that we need to know. And the other one is be passionate, your charisma. Your goal is to find clients who believe what you believe and reciprocate. Our service as a healer and as a homeopath, acting in energy homeopath's manifesto. Maintain only professional relationships with clients. Set boundaries. Purpose of interaction is to benefit client. Collect testimonials. Clients who report a 90% improvement happily give testimonials, which help other clients to pursue. Referrals plays very important role from existing clients. People follow the lead of others whom they know and trust and make decisions. So being with study groups, practitioner networks, identify hurdles in your practice. Get associated with the local practitioners and like minded people. Our brain and intelligence grow when we fail and struggle to succeed. Failure is stepping stone for success. Research by Dr. Carol Dweck, professor of psychology at Stanford University, shows two mindsets, fixed and growth. Fixed mindset based on genetics is either smart or not, and focus on tasks with high success and avoid tasks with risk. And growth mindset, capability and intelligence can be grown by effort, struggle, and accepts mistakes and failures. Advanced technology, creating website, marketing strategy, making client forms online, writing articles or blogs, local areas, community websites, posting the articles, advertising in souvenir, sponsorship in youth activities by sharing knowledge of homeopathy, and social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, and many more. Special attention and care, being authentic by checking client status, reliability in interactions, sending birthday cards, out of office notifications, giving hope and courage, building trust in clients, doing charity in temples, churches, non-profit philanthropic organizations to promote awareness of homeopathy. Let us come to the first one, attitude. Attitude is everything. Change your attitude and you will change your life by Chef Keller. Be mellow and the world will be sweet to you. That is how. And achieve all the time by fulfilling your dreams. Be an achiever and accept the limits life brings to you. Do not dive in range. Attachment, be unattached for mental peace. So even any once you achieve the mission, uh, the task is done and you can detach. So for me, being unattached is a great thing. Like as even I left the organization, president and CEO of a great organization, after I fulfilled the mission, served it for pro bono for 10 years. So that way you can do more and more good work to the society. And art of losing. Life is all about art of losing. When I was in software for 10 years, which paid me a very high salary, and I was so happy. And once I fulfilled the mission, work for 10 years, I just resigned. Art of losing. Now let us see what rubric we can find. Mind justice makes strange attitude and position possessed as if. So the one remedy, which is stramonium. And coming to the stramonium, this is from Shankaran's plant pictures. So we all know violent terror, main thing, shock, fright, and we can see how it affects the person, all their attitude or positions they can make bizarre, strange. And it belongs to Solanaceae family. The remedies belladonna, stramonium, nicotinum, hyoscyamus. And paralyzed feeling opposite is like that is a passive reaction, sluggish. And you have this sudden intense violent terror, panic, that is most common feeling, and something happens sudden, that great intensity, choking is there in the stramonium. And the compensation is courage in the face of the danger, and active reaction is sharpness in the face of danger, shrieking, great haste. So helpless, like a child left alone, and there is impression of danger. Rubrics feels they are alone in the wilderness. Child awakens terrified, knows no one, clings to those near. Delusion of animals jump out of the ground, and they have the delusion of black objects, delusion of dogs attacking them. Attack is the main thing, and they always feel alone. So let me share a case where the boy is 5 years old and was diagnosed as autistic spectrum disorder at age of 2 years and 6 months with otitis media. He had right ear tube surgery at the age of 3. He is very sensitive and hot, and he has very painful ears. He laughs immoderately, looks at one particular angle, hyper, very hyper, runs all around, cannot sit at one place, and angry when tickled. His body is warm, gets heated up easily, wants to be naked, and at night takes out all his clothes mostly, and just want to be naked and sits in the potty. He has sensory issues, ear tubes inserted and the fluid comes off it. Nasal discharge is watery and later turns yellow and green. During high fever, he gets convulsions. He's organized and wants things in place. He's shy and hides himself. So, rubrics when we take consider is mind laughing, involuntary, mind activity, hyperactivity, affectionate, children kiss and carries, eye staring, naked wants to be, hyperesthesia of cutaneous, ear tubes, ear discharges yellow, and generalities heated, warmed, hot becoming. So the remedies that came up are, or which covered over most of these rubrics, are phosphorus, hyoscyamus, belladonna, pulsatilla, stramonium. And when you check the Zomio software, I use the Mac repertory and reference works and Zomio software. The rubrics that were considered here: mind, anger, tickle, or pinched being, cheerful, alternating with laughing, gay and alternating with laughing, delirium, look at one point, staring, delirium, and shy hides himself was the remedies, stramonium. And Robert Morrison's desktop guide, we find the same, like rage, violence, and has capacity to murder, mania, fear of death, fear of dark, fear of water, fear of being alone, stammering, and complaints after fright, night terrors. So the Thing like how do you differentiate hyoscyamus, stramonium, and a belladonna depending upon the intensity and what they are presenting. Belladonna has more inflammation kind of things when compared to hyoscyamus. So jealous is more in hyoscyamus, and delirium is more prominent in belladonna. Suspiciousness is more in stramonium, and lascivious hyoscyamus, and fear is more in stramonium as well as belladonna. So belladonna 30C was given repeated 2 to 3 hours interval, and which helped to reduce the ear pain and inflammation. After 2 weeks, he was given stramonium 200, 3 doses, because of the intensity of the symptoms, and it matched to the case. And follow up after 2 months, child is more calm and less hyper and happy. It was repeated when there is a relapse of symptoms and achieved homeostasis. Now, second word from our word is belief, blessings and balance. Belief in yourself is the first secret to success. Believe what your heart says and count your blessings, not your problems. Balance your life at all levels. Let us see what rubric we can find. Mind, lie. Believes all she says is a lie and lack caninem. So let me share a short case. It's a female, age 49 years old, anxiety about health, and she was diagnosed as a breast cancer, benign breast cancer, and she thinks that it was incurable disease, left breast cancer, dreams that of unknown people who are known to her, and she wants to be with family. She's very fearful and anticipates, and she's sensitive to hurt if someone says anything, and feels that she's lying all the time. That feeling is there. Pharyngitis with inflammation of throat, with alternating to right side and left side, and radiates to the ears, and it is better by the cold drinks. Controlling, she feels like she needs to control the situation, and otherwise she feels that insecure and confused, panicky, and she do not want to be alone. She needs company and appreciation, and she loves dog, fear of snakes, and her breasts are swollen before periods, and she says that I do not want to be victim of disease. Ravenous appetite desires spicy food. Coming to the kingdom classification. So she says that every time I compare myself with others, I feel I should become thin, and I envy thin people. I hold the feelings inside. I retract back. I do not want to be victim, tries to please everyone and craves attention. Need of being with family. I have somebody always with me, and when excited being with people. So remedy given was lac 200 based on those symptoms, 3 doses, follow up after 1 month. She was very happy and all her symptoms got reduced to 90% within 1 week. And she referred 3 more clients. Hysterical aggressive type, pharyngitis and headaches. Pharyngitis ameliorated by cold drinks, pain radiates to ears with the swallowing, sensation of floating as in vertigo, as if floating. Main fears are snakes, fainting, and aversion to touch, desires spicy food, alternating sides, and inflammation of breast. PMS symptoms is seen in the Lacanin. Pathx Mathematica, full of imaginations, thinks that whatever she says is a lie. Fear of disease, of falling downstairs, feels as if walking on air, of not touching the bed when lying down is there. And another thing is she feels dirty, like Caninum symptoms, always washing the hands, and do not want to touch. Aversion to touch is there, changeable moods, hysterical tendency, and symptoms, alternating symptoms are there in the lac caninum. Chili with the emulator from cold. Desire salt, spices. So, The third one is confidence. Be self confident, never lose your sweetness. Always be confident in what you're doing, and maintain the code of ethics at all the times, being in your profession, in your organization. Life is a challenge to be a better person, so always challenge yourself. Beyond the limits, I wrote that beyond the limits, a challenge to prove oneself, where I was trying to be as a homeopath with when I got moved to USA with 11 months baby, I could not start my practice right away. Busy practice, I left. So then I took life as a challenge and did prove myself that I could able to work in software, and also the homeopathy profession, which is my passion, that I did not lose it. So I was doing both. So anyone can HO, and I'm always a learner. Whatever I did is so small things, and I still needs to learn many things from many people, from stalwarts and role models. But for young generation, do not get disappointment when you do not get anything. Take life as a challenge. Now confidence. So let us see what rubric we can find. Want of self confidence after failure. So we can see Amra Gracia, and here the symptoms is prematurely old and senile, along with other remedies alumina, plumbum, and sickle. Ask questions but does not wait for the answer before saying something else. And loquacity is there, aversion to company, especially when defecating, and words from conversation. So, like other animal remedies, it has a quality of divided will. It has two wills and has a kind of contempt for self. It also has traits such as envy, anxiety before stool, ineffectual urge from aversion to desires for solitude is there. Delusion sees faces diabolical around upon him, fear of strangers, timidity, bashful, and modern society acceptance. Now, fourth one, discipline. Discipline yourself in mind and body, and good disposition is needed. Make right and best decisions at right time. Your decisions make a great role. And diet, good and healthy diet keeps you healthy thoughts, and keeps you healthy. In organ of medicine aphorisms 210 to 230, Dr. Hahnemann mentions disease of mental and emotional levels. 210, patient's disposition is to be noted. And 211, mental disposition determines the selection of the remedy. So let us find a rubric with the discipline. Easy to discipline mind. And these all rubrics, single remedy rubrics, were pulled from Zomeo and also Mac Repertory with the search. This remedy is Natromur. Middle is thematic mathematics. Ailments from irritability, disturbed, aversion to being, irritability when questioned, anxiety, consciousness of, and salvation about, dreams, accusations, dreams, crimes, and dreams of remorse, past mistakes for, face expression guilty, hateful to persons who had offended him, sad during menses, and reserved, easily angered, worse if consoled. Company distress, hypochondriac, weeps bitterly, wants to be alone to cry. Cheerful, laughs, sings, apprehension, fear of dreams of robbers, awkward in talking, hasty, drops things from nervous weakness, absent minded, alternating mental conditions, and extremely forgetful, aversion of men in females. Now, the fifth one, earnestness, seriousness. So, let us see the rubric mind, seriousness, earnestness, morose. And the remedy is aurum, aurumet, gold. And the mind is intense, hopeless depression. They feel that more responsibility and they take everything on them. So that finally leads to this one and disgust of life. Suicidal anguish, peevish and vehement of least contradiction, cheerful, alternating, brooding melancholy, feeling of condemnation and utter worthlessness, weeping, praying, and loquacity, rapid questioning without waiting for a reply, fears the least noise, vexed mood, violent hysteria with all that morose, and desperate actions, changing mood. She does everything wrong, things had neglected something, future looks dark. And the sixth one, fast. Do not procrastinate. Do things fast that are high priority. Prioritize your tasks. And forgiveness is something you do to free yourself. Friendship is is a priceless treasure. So maintain good friends and positive people. Faith in yourself and in God is where is needed. Let us see a rubric. Mind delusions. Imaginations. Someone walks behind him when walking fast. Fast is the thing which we want to check. Step second. Always angry, sensitive mentally and physically, hypochondriasis, imagines insults, irritable, grieves about the consequences, great indignation about the things done by others, ailments from reserved displeasure, ill effects after scolding or punishment in children, want of self control, afraid of his shadow. Now, seventh one is gratitude. Be grateful for the life you have. The more Raman Maharshi quote, the more you are close to God, the more God is close to you. And keep goal in your mind and work towards it. Be goal oriented. Let us see a rubric. Mind delusions, imaginations, life is transient, must reach his goal to be remembered. Ignis, we could not find any other picture, but we found this beautiful fire. Ignis alkalis fire has been used as a means of sending messages and offerings to heaven. Fire represents truth. Deeds he could do great as if. This is beautiful things, finery, power of love for the power, dictatorial, do not afraid. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come follow me. Number eight, heart. Put your heart in your mind and follow the lead. Be happy, not because everything is good, but because you see good in everything you do. Be a good history maker by your choices. Create habit of success by 21-day rule, where when you do one thing continuously for 21 days, it becomes a habit. May honesty be your footprints on planet. Let us find a rubric. Mind anxiety, motion aggravation, heart complaints in digitalis, anxious about the future, sadness with sleeplessness, from unhappy love, from music, fearful, feels as if he would fly to pieces and suffocation, and wants to be alone, despondent. Every shock is felt in epigastrium, great anxiety, like from troubled consciousness. Number nine, individuality. Be unique in your own way, and others may follow. Individualization, homeopathy principle. So, rubric, mind individuality, sense of LSD. Acute LSD poisoning gives pointers for its homeopathic use. Excitement, hyperactivity, restlessness, disruption of orderly, intentional thinking process, quality of hypomania with flight of ideas, or in more severe cases, incoherent thinking. paranoid ideation, fearful, suspicion, grandiose behavior, early euphoria, with a liability and abrupt switches from happiness to sadness, and in late, general depression of mood. Number 10, joy. Smile more, worry less, and give more, expect less, and be in moment. Smiling is secret of our success. Find a rubric. Okay, alternating mind joy, alternating with irritability. Cyclamen. Dull, sleepy, morose, joyous feeling alternating with irritability. Sadness as if he had committed a bad act or not done his duty. Silent weeping, the room seems too small, and tearful over imaginary grief. Think she is alone and persecuted. Number 11, kindness. Be kind and world will smile at you. They like you. Mother Teresa. Mind weeping, cheerful mood. Children in spoken to when kindly. Silesia. Silesia constitution is very highly introverted and displays characteristics of refinement caution. They usually possess strong ethical sensibilities, generally hold very strong opinions, and yet rarely impose them on others unless the situation demands high. Someone or something goes too far and triggers a silation to more stubborn or righteous stance over an issue. Delegate. They are determined, but they are determined. Yield loss of self confidence starts from slight starts from slight noise, screaming, hopelessness, disgust for life, and wishes to drown herself. Complaints from anticipation, beautiful, kindness, mindfulness. Number 12, leadership. Be a successful leader. Be good to others and good comes to you. Law of nature. Always consider yourself a lifelong learner. Let us see a rubric. Mind forgetfulness. Learned, repeat cannot what he by heart. So, Meserium and Ellen's Encyclopedia. Very sad, indifferent to the whole world. Hypochondriac takes no pleasure in anything. Everything seems to him dead and everything vexes him. He wants to say all kinds of annoying things, forgetful. He was unable to recollect what had very recently occurred, inclined to quarrel, intellectual of life, weary of life, and longing for death. Number 13, mindfulness in deep peace. Lead a mega living life to enjoy it to the fullest. Make smart choices. Accomplish your mission within reach. Mastery over your life. Let us see a rubric. Mind confusion, heart complaints in valvular. Chelidonium. Remarkable tranquility of mind for 2 or 3 days, followed after a while by ill humor, low spirited, desponding with inclination to weep, restlessness, felt he had committed the unpardonable sin, stitches and lancinating pains in cardiac region and heart, in pectoral muscles. Number 14, normal nurture, motherly nature, the love, and nurture other practitioners by inspiring them, sharing your knowledge. Let us find a rubric. Mind dullness morning, rising on and after, earlier than normal. Mentha piperetta. Activity desire for passionate, which combines excitement, vivid, pleasant, tremulous, exhilaration, rush of ideas, loquacity, enjoyment, physical excitability, irritability, fright, unpleasant surprises. And a Maximus uh, reference activity desire for an ambition, much ambitious expectation, great from himself, ardent illusions, delusions, imaginations appreciated that she is not, and dreams, body parts, teeth falling out, narcissist, passionate, bulimia, busy, confusion of mind, identity to as his, desires for mental activity. Number 15, openness. Be open to changes. The remedy which we find is anacardium. Fixed ideas, thinks he is possessed of two wills. There is no reality in anything. All appears like a dream. Suddenly forgets names, those around her, what she has seen. Aversion to work, lack of self confidence, desire to swear and curse, fear of paralysis, despair of getting well, contradictory impulses, laughs at serious things, melancholy, absent minded. Never lose your patience and always maintain a good professional conduct. Be passionate in your work. Let us find a rubric. Mind play gambling passion for playing cards. Brosimum gaurichadi. Common name is Mama Cadella. Beautiful plant. And I haven't given this remedy to anyone, so I have no idea how it works. So, Brosimum gaurichari, known as Mamacatella, a common Cerado species with great importance on medicine folk and in pharmaceutical industry. It is used for the treatment of vitiligo, dreams, money, play, gambling, passion for censorious, critical, delusion, everything wrong, and company aversion to solitude fond of, dreams of meetings, compassionate, discouraged, doubtful, irresolution, misanthropy, misfortune, dreams disaster, pessimistic, dreams money, play, gambling, passion for. Number 17, quickness. Be quick in your actions, but be precise. Let us see a rubric. Mind answers. Answers abruptly, shortly, curtly, quick after uterine hemorrhage. Sepia. So, undertakes things opposed to his intentions. Anger from contradiction, indifference to loved ones, care is full of about domestic affairs. Delusion that he is unfortunate, exertion from mental aggravation, fear of poverty, hysteria, indifference to everything, occupation, amelioration, industrious, and busy when ameliorates from patha, sadness over one's health, lying on hands and knees ameliorates, desire for bitter drinks, will contradiction. Number 18, react and ready. Do not react but respond. Be ready to embrace all opportunities. And the other one is respect. To earn respect, You need to respect others and get respect. The rubric from Gentry: wide exhaustion, vital forces of loss of power to react. Capsicum: capricious and changeable mood, homesick with a red face and sleeplessness and disposition to suicide. Peevish, irritable, angry, easily offended, clumsy, dipsomania, awkward, always on the lookout for insults. If she wants a certain thing, she will oppose. If proposed by someone else, laughs and weeps alternately. Anesthetic, stupefied, lack of irritability, cowardice, analgesia, and stupefaction. Active reaction is escape, flight, run away, get away, shrieking, rage. Number 19, silence. Sometimes silence is the loudest reply. Keep smiling. Always have a strategy in your plan. Without that, it is very difficult to achieve your goals. Be strong and believe in your insights. Ability to know about oneself and others, self, social intelligence. Homeopathy cures larger percentage of cases than any other method of treatment and is beyond all doubt. Safer, more economical, and most complete medical science. Mahatma Gandhi. Smile. Let us find a rubric: mind smiling, weeping with pulsatilla, windflower, passion flower. Rubrics: carried, decides to be delusion alone. She's always neglected his duty he has, and despair, religious despair of salvation, fear of men, dread of them, forsaken feeling, silent grief, submissiveness with selfishness, yielding disposition, weeping, consolation ameliorates, and ailments from jealousy, childishness. Number 20, transform. Transform to new beginnings. Do right things at right time that bring you success. Be trustful as your gift to the world. Trust is most important in between any people. Let us find a rubric: mind delusions, imaginations changed, everything has growing and transforming. AIDS. From Vermeulen's manager, desire for company of his family, of close friends of the group, delusions of being above it all, of not being appreciated, of not belonging here, of being a child, of being friendless, of being naked and unprotected, exposed. Dwells on his childhood. Eating in company, amelioration, fear of high places like Argentinitricum, and fear in narrow places, fear of trains, closed places, claustrophobia, helpless feeling of, and desire to kill everyone he sees. Number 21, unity. We grow when we are united. Take unprejudiced decisions, like an unprejudiced observer as a homeopath. Let us see a rubric: mind and disposition, vexation. Past vexations arise from most indifferent thoughts and from every occurrence in life. Unite with new vexations, cannot free herself from them. Sulfur. Worried about her illness and out of humor, melancholy mood, dwelling on religious or philosophical speculations, anxiety about soul's salvation, indifference about others. Imagine she was everything in abundance, too lazy to rouse himself up and too unhappy to live, hypochondriac mood, through day, merry in the evening, hypochondriasis after suppression of eruption, sadness without cause, without courage, weary of life. Irritable mood, easily excited, and dread of being washed in children, peevish, quick tempered, fault finding, great disinclination to speak, ill humored, vexed with herself, everything makes her impatient. Number 22, victory. Be in right path, it leads to victory. Keep your vital force at highest spiritual level. Vanity and pride walk in togetherness. Let us see a rubric. Mind vanity, make up too much, like a podium. Confidence, lack of egotism, sentimental, cowardice, fear people of, contemptuous, hard for subordinates and agreeable, pleasant to superiors of people he has to fear. Dictatorial, love of power, fear being alone and undertaking anything new, hurry eating while, timidity appearing in public, but capable of, weeping thanked when, and weeps ungratefulness. At strange presence of aggravates by part. It want, as Bruce Lee said, take the shape, whatever it gets, move on in life. Infinity walk and number 8 style in Siddha Yoga, where it benefits to a great extent by this infinity walk. Walk is very important. It brings the concentration and health. Let us see a rubric mind dullness, warmth, amelioration, Sambucas. Sudden violence, unexpected violence. You can see all the aggression, sudden and unexpected from attack or blow, hostility, brutality, sadism, ferocity, vehemence, cruelty, mutilation, and hurt, misfortune, catastrophe, disaster in this Ambuliferi family. Suddenness and unexpected. Passive reaction, blunt, dead, debility, drain, drowsy, exhaustion, sleepy, stupefaction, weakness. Pathaks Mathematica, better, gentle motion and warmth. Number 24, expert. Be an expert in whatever you do. Xenophobia is a fear of individuals who look or behave differently than those who is accustomed to. Robin May Scott. And couple of homeopathic remedies for xenophobia, fear of strangers, Beretaka, causticum, carbovage, cupramet, califos, gelsemium, pulsatilla, lacasis thuja. Number 25, yoga is very important and blessed. Yoga is self realization, and you are very important and blessed by God. You are worthy. You are someone who are the only version of you to ever exist in the universe. You are great. You are very special. You are very unique, and believe in yourself. Mind and disposition child does not want to be touched, cannot bear you to come near it. Desires many things which it refuses when offered. Chamomilla. Child experience injury from insult, humiliation. In turn, the chamomilla patient insults, hurts others, and becomes rude and abusive because he perceives he is receiving injury from others' offenses. Compositive family plus typhoidism. Anger, irritability in children become blend backward, kick when carried, throw everything, carry desires to be fast, capricious children in. Number 26, zeal. Do things with zeal. Zen is philosophy of reality. And let us see a rubric from Ned: mind and disposition, excitement, emotions, quick, brisk, perform with uncontrollable zeal. Secuta virosa. Sankaran Soul of Remedies from Secuta. The theme of Secuta is that the patient has been hurt so deeply and horribly in the past by another human being, especially a man, that she regresses into a childlike state and shuts out the rest of the world. Childish behavior from Pathix Metrimedeca sings, dances, shouts, moaning, howling, and weeping, excessively affected by sad stories, mistrust, and shunning of man, despises others. So we have finished the philosophy and spirituality and some homeopathy and rubrics. Thank you so much. And if you have anyone has questions, to let me know. And this Ka Homeopathy Study Group, which is a pro bono to provide educational and continuing educational credits and brings speakers from worldwide and share their experiences, straight case studies, teaching, mentoring, mathematical repertory, and many more. Conducts the professional webinars, and we have brought all the world famous homeopaths, integrates them: Dr. Massimo Manglivari, Dr. Divya Chhabra, Dr. Gansham Kalatia, to name few, Dr. Ganapati, Dr. Jauhar Shah, Dr. Farooq Master, Dr. Nancy Gales, Dr. Shankaran, Dr. Girish Gupta, Karen Annan, and many more homeopathy stalwarts. 20, just celebrated 25th Silver Jubilee anniversary at my college with Professor Dr. Lingaraj Garu, and in front of my college with Hanuman statue. Tribute to David Walkington. He was the creator of Mac Repertory and Reference Verse, and I always remember him in all my conferences, and because he told me to remember him when I met in 2008. And I consider many persons as my role models: Dr. Shankar and Dr. David Walkington, and many, many more as my role models, and get inspired. References: Shankaran's plant drug remedies, Pathak's Mathematica, Soul of Remedies, Boriki, Herring's Miller's Thematic, Massimo Manglivari, and Ellen's Encyclopedia, and Vermeulen's. And any questions, please do let me know. And thank you so much for giving this opportunity, Manishji and Dr. Yashik and Homeopathy 360 team. It's a great pleasure and honor to be with you. And we have this series continuing with many more things we are going to present. And thank you all.